Visual Studio is a great IDE and it can be used to develop applications using different programming languages, including C, C++, of course, with Microsoft specific .NET applications as well, with C Sharp, F Sharp, Visual Basic, and so forth. It's, in my opinion, it's one of the greatest IDEs that I have worked on. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can get started with C++ development with Visual Studio. So Visual Studio 2022 is something that you can download, and you see there is a community edition, and there is a professional version and an enterprise version, and these two are not free, and you have to purchase license to use that. But for our purpose, free download should suffice. So once you download this, you're gonna get something like this. It's a very short file, a very small file, and once you double click, it will open up an installer which will download various different components. I'm not going to show you what to, uh, you know, how to install these and, go through that. So once you double click, because I have already got that installed. So when you try to install it, it's gonna read through what you already have installed and what other things that you can install and so forth. So the download size for this particular, as you can see, all installations are up to date because I have updated this very recently. But the current version as of this recording is at 17.10.3. You can also go to this modify section. You can also do other things like repair and install and so forth if something has gone wrong with your installation, or you can do modify. So what I want to show is when you first open up this particular window might show up. So in this case, you might have to choose your workload types in the sense like what type of things that you want to install. So I happen to have installed ASP.NET, Python, Node.js, .NET, and also desktop development with C++ and so forth. So this is the one that you need to have installed. And but if you're doing other developments like game development with C++, you can do so. And Linux and embedded development, I have installed that as well. Yeah, so this is how you will do the installation. So I'll leave that at that point because I have got the installation, and then you can start Visual Studio from here. Go and type in Visual Studio, and you will get Visual Studio 2022. You can click on that. Once you click, you're gonna get this particular window, and here you will see all your recent works on the left side uh, here. So I have done some work already on Visual Studio 2019 before, and 2022, once it was available. And you can also get started from this side as well. And if you had any existing projects, you can open those projects here. You can open a folder from here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue with create a new project. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to create a C++ console application. Uh, and there are different types of application that you can create in C++, particularly in Windows. In Windows, you have something called Windows a desktop application uh, and console application, and there is also a type called CMake project type, which is very popular these days. So Windows desktop application will allow you to create Windows specific applications with Microsoft Foundation classes, MFC. But we are a little interested in console. So if you are not comfortable or had heard of MFC, don't worry about that. So if you're getting started, what you need to search for is this console app, and you can also type in that here. already have that, or you can also select the languages here. So you can select the C++ platform, which platform are you trying to, and your project types, like different types of projects are there. So you can choose console type and it will just filter out whatever you want. So I'm going to click on the console type and click next. And I'm going to say hello world. So, and I'm going to choose a location for this. Let me choose the location, my Visual Studio. And you can select any location that you like. And you can, if you want to, you can click on that, but I'll leave it at the default level. And when you click on this, what Visual Studio is going to do is it's going to create a solution and a project for you, and it's going to open up with some standard information that now one when I created this C++ project, you can see that Visual Studio has already created some projects on the left side and also some code that has this file called hello world.cpp. So this project structure will be there. You see something called header files, resource files, source files, and so forth. So this source files will be here for all your applications. Files will be here. You can put it here. If you have any header files, most probably you will have it in a C++ application. You can put it over here, or you can create your own folder as well. Yeah, there is no problem creating a new folder, all that, and you can use it. But for this particular purpose, you can I'm gonna just leave it, and this is a very simple C++ hello world application, like by the simplest of console application that you can write. So it's I'm not gonna explain the C++ code here because the objective of this particular video is to show you how to make Visual Studio work. So for you to build, you can use build and build the solution, or right away you can say start without debugging under the debug section, and you will see Visual Studio is building the application, and you will see the hello world program coming up, and it's very simple. And now you can make changes here. Let's say if you want to add hello world everyone. I don't know whether that makes sense, but if you want to make some changes there, you see, you get that as well. So I'll just switch it back. But I just want to show one thing quick. You can make comments here with Control K, Control C. You can add a new line. I'm going to add a new line called import std now, and I'm going to comment this and have something called println hello world. Fine. And I'm now why I wanted to quickly show you this is now this import thing is coming from C++'s new feature called C++ modules, and it looks like when I try to build this, it's gonna show me some errors. Yeah, this is opening up something, the previous one. Now you see some errors here, like it says identify import is undefined, namespace std has no member, println, all that. So that's because C++, Visual Studio doesn't enable this module-based building by default. So to make that happen, what you have to do is you can right-click your project and go beneath and choose properties. And under the properties section, you can go to C++ and language section. And here you can see something called Enable Experimental C++ Standard Library Modules. And you can click yes for that and see the build ISO C++ 23 standard library modules. I'm gonna say yes for that as well. And once you have those things applied, uh, let's see what happens next. And it might pass or it might fail or it still fails. So let's see why. So this is opening up the older project type. I can ask it to rebuild my solution to see if the error persists. The error persists yet. So let's see what can we do. Okay, let's open up the properties and see. And this is something new for me as well. I'm also trying this out, and I'm still under the C, C++, and language section. Uh, I have enabled the module. I have the conformance level, C++ language standard. Oh, it says ISO C++ 14, in which modules aren't there. So I had to choose the C++ 20 and then say OK. Let's see what happens with this. Probably, I hope this should work. And looks like it did. Yeah, it didn't work as well. So let's see what went wrong again. Okay, going back to the properties again, right click here and on the language section, this is where you need to play around. So I'm going to choose, because it says experimental, I have a feeling that that is still not there in C++ 20 fully implemented in Visual Studio. So let's go one step higher, which is the C++ latest, and click apply and OK. Looks like now the red lines, red squiggly lines disappeared. Let's open up and build it. Oh, this time it's keep going, which is great. And let's give it a few seconds to finish off. And there you go. And that's how you will build a C++ console application with modules. So this is just a beginning. I just wanted to make sure that you understand and play around Visual Studio. This is where you will find all your properties related to your application, any places related to linker that it should be looking at. All those can be configured here. So, but what this will be creating is a Visual Studio Solutions project, which is only specific to Windows. But if you want to create cross-platform applications, you might have to look at creating CMake specific applications, which Visual Studio now supports. For example, you see on the Create New, you have this CMake project, which works for both Windows and Linux. As you can see, the console application only works for Windows. But I'll let you experiment with that, because for us to try this out, you need to know a little bit of CMake, which I haven't introduced in this channel yet. Maybe it is for another video in future. But having said that, I'll wind up this video for now, and I'll see you soon with a new video very soon. Thank you for watching.